I'm your typical introvert, and I hate small talk.
He says vlogging.
Oh, shut up, you.
Won't let this moment pass us by.
Good morning, guys. It is finally the end of the week. It is Friday. Well, Friday is the end of the week for me. I don't know about you guys. When's the end of your week? Let us know in the comments down below. I've just finished editing yesterday's video, and during it, Jen's like, "Oh, I had an amazing steak and ale pie and white bane. I'm gonna make Chris jealous when he edits this tomorrow." And then she comes home and finds out I had an entire Domino's pizza and demolished an entire tub of Ben & Jerry's ice cream to myself. Oh, she was so jealous. She had a bit of a upturned lip at that point. She was like, "I want Ben & Jerry's." There we go. When your missus goes out without you, and you think she's gonna try and make you jealous, you need to make sure you one-up her. Even if she's pregnant, you'll still get away with it. Well, no, you might not get away with it. I can't guarantee you'll get away with it. I got away with it. I loved it. The look on her face was brilliant. Priceless. In fact, rather than putting the Ben & Jerry's in the bed, I actually left it on the table here, specially so that when she came in, she would see it. In fact, she didn't even see that I had pizza because I took it out. So the Ben & Jerry's was all on display. And then she saw Twitter and saw my pizza and was like, "No!" Hey buddy, you didn't have any pizza. Pizza's not good for you. In fact, pizza's not good for me. But you're a dog, so you're allowed dog food. I get human food. Ooh, it's very dark and it's such a miserable day today. Outside it is raining, it is dull, it is horrible. I've had to turn the brightness up on the camera to try and compensate a bit because it is that miserable. I'm not miserable, I'm quite cheerful. Coffee on, coffee. I've been getting these from Lidl. They're only like 16 pence a capsule, which is quite a bit cheaper than Nespresso, and it's actually pretty good. I say pretty good. That's not strictly true. It's palatable. It's palatable, and particularly for the price. And if you're going to put it in like with syrups and milk, and if you know, depending on what you're doing with it, it'd probably be fine. If you're drinking it black on its own, like I do usually, you might not enjoy it quite so much. I'm saving money, so I can have a drone. She's never gonna let me have a drone, is she? She's never let me have a drone. In fact, the only way she'll in fact, if someone gave me a drone, she'd probably make me sell it because we need something for the baby. I bet she would, Jeb. I bet she would. Please excuse my hair. I've just had a bit of a bath just to freshen up, but my hair is still a bit wet and it's starting to dry and go a bit fluffy. Tonight, we're supposed to be going for a meal with the people from the NCT class, the antenatal classes, and that was about 7:30. And I don't think I'm going to be able to wait until 7:30 to eat. In fact, it's probably going to be even later. By the time we've been seated and then ordered and the food has come, it could be at least 8 o'clock, if not later. So, I think we're going to have a late lunch today, like a late lunch, 2 to 3 o'clock, just to make sure that I'm not too hungry come 7 or 8. 8. More like 8, definitely more like 8. I think shit wants to go outside. The problem is, the garden looks a bit like this. It is so wet. In fact, there is a puddle. It's not as bad as it was, because it stopped raining, I think of it now. Yeah, it's pretty much stopped raining. But it's just gonna go straight in that when I let him outside. And I've just washed him, and I don't want him to go over there. And I don't know what to do. We managed to sort it. I put him on his extendy lead, and every time he got to the edge of the patio, I'd stop him. But I kept telling him to go for a wee and then stopping him, and he looked at me, just stood there so confused, but after a few goes, he finally had a wee. About there. He was so good about it, and he came trotting back in when he'd done it as if like, yes! I'm a champion. He's such a good dog. I love him so much. All this talk of the antenatal class, and I've just realised that I still have 3 blog posts to write for the last 3 classes. I've done 2 blog posts. You can check those out up here if you want. But I've still got 3 more to go, and I got the final one on Wednesday. So if I don't get them written up by Wednesday, I'll be so far behind. I will forget what I'll forget about the classes. So I need to get cracking. It is now about 3:30. I reckon that I reckon I could get a blog post written in an hour or 2. So I reckon I can get two of the 3 done before we go out, I think. Every single day I get an email to tell me how my apps are doing, how they're downloading, how much money I made yesterday. If you check on the email, like in really odd places, it tells you if the app's been ranking at all. And it turns out yesterday in the US App Store. Quiltography, my quilting app, my bread and butter, ranked 7th in the US paid chart. I'm like, that is cool. That is really cool. So I went to the US App Store on my computer just to kind of see. I like seeing it being number 7 or whatever. And I get greeted with this. It's number 2. That is amazing. It's not the first time. Hopefully won't be the last. I have been number 1 before, but number 2, I love it. And it's quite an expensive app relative to the rest of them. And we're at number 2. I gotta tell Jen. She'll be pleased. Target 1 achieved. Jen isn't at home yet, and I've posted my first post. I published my first post of 3, not my first. The first one for today of the 3 that needed doing. So I'm now down to 2. God, I cannot get my words out today. I'm down to 2. Jen's home, and apparently it is inappropriate for me to go out in my t-shirt. So I need to iron a shirt. I can't remember last time I ironed a shirt. Jen, where's the? I don't know where the. She doesn't know where the iron is. Could be anywhere in this house at the moment. We're on the way out, and Jen's trying to do a coat up and failing miserably.
I might be able to. Hang on.
So if you're watching this vlog and we're late for you, this is why.
Look again!
Don't squeeze into it, you fool. LeFou! We're back, and as you can probably tell, it's raining. I'm a little damp. Everyone seemed to have parked their cars out the front.
I know.
And we were pretty much the only ones that parked so far away.
That's because we were late.
But it wasn't that. We were like 1 minute late. If they didn't even say it was late, we weren't even the last ones.
No, we weren't.
We weren't that far away. It's just by the time you get there, and because we can't park directly out the front of the house, we got a bit wet, and I didn't have a coat because I thought, oh, it'll be fine enough. Even if it starts raining, it'll just be a short like stroll or something.
Looks like you could wring you out.
I feel like I could wring me out. Oh, yeah, we had a real good time. I hate these sort of scenarios. Basically, I struggle with small talk. If you could categorise me, I'm your typical introvert, and I hate small talk.
He says vlogging.
Oh, shut up, you. I hate small talk. I am one hell of an introvert.
Yeah, you are.
I hate small talk. It was painful. And if you saw our cruise vlogs over October. I was saying then, it's so difficult being on a table with people you don't know, and you have to spark up conversation. It always starts with, who are you, what do you do, and all that sort of stuff. And I was really dreading today. Not because the people aren't nice, they've all been lovely. I just don't know what to do sometimes, and it's so difficult. And I just sort of like was worried and paranoid that there would just be deathly silence where no one know what to say, and it wasn't like that really at all. It was really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself. They were really nice people. I think part of the problem is in my head I build it up to be worse than it probably is gonna be, so it's harder in theory than it is in practice.
Which is nice, because then it's easier when you get there and get going.
If you know me, if I'm comfortable around you, you wouldn't realise I'm an introvert. I am so... If I know you and I am comfortable around you, I won't shut the hell up. I just talk and talk and talk, and you wouldn't have thought I was an introvert. But put me around people I'm not sure about or whatever, and I can really struggle. I really struggle, and I don't want to. I just find it difficult at times.
You are really good at hiding it sometimes though as well.
I can be the life and soul of the party if I need to, depending on who it is. I bounce off people quite well. Yeah. But only if they're giving it. Only if they're giving it. I can imagine, like, if we've been asked about a meetup a couple of times, I can imagine that'd be so difficult for me, particularly because you guys know a lot more about us than we do about you. Right. It's like when we see my dad or whatever, and we'll be just chatting, and I'll sort of like say we did something, and they'll be like, oh yeah, you put it on Facebook, or oh yeah, I saw your video or something. And then the conversation sometimes just dies in the water. Forget that some people know so much more about you, and you don't know what they have and haven't seen. They don't know what pictures you've posted on Facebook. They don't know what story you've already told them without actually speaking to them. And it does make it quite difficult.
You don't want to sound weird, like, oh, did you see our video about such and such?
That's the worst bit. Did you see the video where we did this and we did that and we did that? That seems really narcissistic. Yeah. Long story short, there's like 3 minutes 40 seconds unedited. Long story short, great night, loved it, full. We shared a starter, but then I had an entire pizza. Again, this is like my 3rd time this week or something I've had a pizza. Did we go out?
No, not midweek.
No, why go last weekend? What did you do last weekend?
We went to the Ashes on Friday.
And I had pizza.
Pizza on Friday.
Yeah. So basically, in the past,
Yeah,
in the past week, I've had pizza 3 times. I also don't know where we're going with this. Oh yeah, full stuffed. And had pizza, and then I managed to push through for dessert. January, fantastic, healthy month. February was kind of average at best. This month, it is now. Is it the 3rd today? It is the 3rd, and I don't think I've had one healthy day.
It's only the 3rd.
That's 3 out of 3 eating crap. You two seem comfy.
We're very happy. He's not quite so snuggly now you're looking at him. Like you caught him.
I've been sat chatting with Jen. She's just there. She's still awake at midnight. Oh, nose! Gets itchy when I talk to you guys. And I can feel my voice going. I don't know if it sounds any different, but it's so sore. It feels almost swollen in my throat. And I thought I'd best say goodnight before I can't say anything. In fact, tomorrow I might not be able to vlog anything. You might need to vlog for me. I think it's all this chatting I've been doing today. I'm not used to it. I'm used to sitting on my own, saying nothing. Apart from hi to the dog every once in a while, and that's about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Give us a big old thumbs up if you've enjoyed today's video. And if you are new, hello, I'm Chris. That's Jen, and we're going to bed. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you lovely people tomorrow.